What were the results of Obi Wan Kenobi's meditation training? We're going to answer this question within the context of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. The reason we're doing this is that because in Episode 5, that was not a very good spotlight. But Episode 4 was great. Number one, the way that Obi Wan Kenobi scared off the Raiders after they attacked Luke. This is a wonderful example of resourcefulness. He was non-violent. He didn't harm any of them, yet he scared them away. The second bit we see is when Obi Wan Kenobi laid his hands on the face of unconscious Luke Skywalker and helped him to return to consciousness. We see not only power with Obi Wan Kenobi, but compassion. Considering their journey to Mos Eisley when they stood on a bluff and overlooked the settlement, and of course, Alec Guinness uttered the very famous line that I'm going to butcher horribly. You'll never find a more dangerous den of something and villainy. It was very melodramatic. I forgot the exact words, but you get the idea. And despite his peace, despite his joy, despite his playfulness, he could be sober in his assessment. Now consider their time on the Death Star. Luke wanted to follow Obi-Wan. He told Obi-Wan Kenobi told young Luke Skywalker that this is where our paths diverge, and he told him to go save the princess. Later in the film, while cautiously, engaging in a cautious octogenarian duel with Darth Vader, he caught the sight of Luke Skywalker across the platform and used self-sacrifice to buy time for Luke's escape. And this is where we see self-sacrifice. So we see that a lifetime of experience and meditation sculpted Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, into being powerful. Yes, into being wise. Yes, into being peaceful, but also joyful and resourceful and loving. This is what awaits us when we master the path of mindfulness and meditation. Gotta find the right button, gotta tap the right button in the right sequence. I look forward to chanting and meditating with you after about 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I spent more than 8 hours a day studying, practicing, and mastering, and then reverse engineering the teachings, techniques, and practices of each sect of Buddhism so that you wouldn't have to. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. The same as last night, we're going to play with the Tesar Ngondro, which was written in the 1800s by Dojum Lingpa, who really was a outsider Lama, who received his training etherically. This same text was translated into English under the supervision of Chagdud Tulku in the 1980s, and then adapted and amplified by yours truly over the course of many years. We're going to play with 4 categories of techniques. Our first category is known as Anu Yoga, Tantra's energy work. It's also known as completion stage Tantra. It's also known as Jigme. We're going to help guide the energy. We're going to recite 4 figurative lines. Please place your hands in the puckered palm position overhead and chant with me. O Majo Lama, please come to this crown. O inviolable, constant protector who knows all Dharma things. O Majo Lama, please come to this crown. O inviolable, constant protector who knows all Dharma things. O Majo Lama, please come to this crown. O inviolable, constant protector who knows all Dharma things. As children, our first bicycle most likely had training wheels, and although they were clunky, they got the job done. Similarly, our first meditation this morning is going to be clunky. During our inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite perceiving this very turbulent play of mind. And this is not an affirmation. This is a statement of fact, not of belief. For fMRI studies have taught us that during each inhalation, whether we know it or not, we access the sympathetic nervous system ensconced within the thoracic region of our spinal cord, which causes us to notice, not to actively concentrate, but just to notice, and to do so vulnerably, passively, viscerally, and randomly. During each exhalation, we could silently and mentally recite relaxing into mind's non-graspable nature, for during each exhalation, we automatically and effortlessly access our parasympathetic nervous system, ensconced within the lower lumbar region of our spinal cord, as well as the tippy top of the cervical region. It's wired for both physical relaxation as well as mental release. So let's silently and mentally recite these words in harmony with our breathing for just a few moments. The second category of contemplative practices we're going to play with what I call sutra recitations. And so instead of squandering months or years contemplating, trying to use our prefrontal cortex to change the course of our spiritual evolution, we're just going to chant a bit and then return to meditation, that we might allow our subconscious to do the really heavy lifting. The Buddha taught the Eightfold Path. To practice the Eightfold Path is liberation. To master the Eightfold Path is enlightenment. Mastering anything simply means getting so good at it that one practices it spontaneously, habitually, easily, and effectively. We're going to begin with the sixth fold of the Eightfold Path, that of joyful enthusiasm. Please chant with me. It is, so please place your hands in the puckered palm position in front of your sternum until further notice. It is extremely difficult to find such freedom and opportunities as we have. It is extremely difficult to find such freedom and opportunities as we have. It is extremely difficult to find such freedom and opportunities as we have. Right hand, palm up in the lap. Left hand, palm up on top of that. We're going to remove the first of two metaphoric training wheels, transforming our 12-syllable exercise down to its 3-syllable counterpart. During each perceptive inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite, "Notice this." And during each relaxing exhalation, we could silently and mentally recite, "Relaxing." Every adult knows that there are moments in life when we feel like we are ferociously resisting our circumstance or our body or our relationships or our mind. Resisting is, of course, the opposite of flowing, which we really want to do. A tool to help us transcend our resistant tendencies can be in-breath labeling. I've arranged 10 for you to choose from. So there are 5 pertaining to perception. There's appearance, resonance, sensation, this flavor, this fragrance. And then there are 5 explaining our inner experience. Emotion, intention, cognition, recollect, imagine. You'll notice these are all generic. That's deliberate. That's to help us walk the middle path, where we reconcile mindfulness with non-duality. So for instance, instead of talking about dullness or sharpness, it's just cognition. Instead of talking about happy emotions or sad emotions, it's just emotions. You get the idea. Quick cautionary note. Lives can be squandered through perfectionism. It is not our job to search for the perfect label for the perfect moment in the perfect amount of time. Life is messy. Each of us was born naked, screaming, and covered in goo. Meditation is messy. It's okay to have a shallow learning curve. By the way, good morning, James. Our next sutric recitation is a reminder of something we already know. Reminders of impermanence are useful for helping us to let go, which is the first fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. The Sturgeon's Law reminds us that 90% of everything is crap, including meditation teachers. Therefore, it should not surprise us that the majority of meditation teachers think it's really good to walk the path of yang, the path of being rigid, fearful, controlling, elitist, cryptic, competitive, and cruel. It should also not surprise us that only a minority of meditation teachers endorse the path of yin, the path of being flexible, loving, laid back, egalitarian, lucid, cooperative, and kind. The former path would try to manipulate you with fear to do the right thing. The latter path would say, let's just be pragmatic. We don't need to fear death. Death is an inevitability. And with death offers us a perspective wherewith it's easier for us to let go. Now, together, let's chant. Being impermanent, everyone who was born will die. Being impermanent, everyone who was born will die. Being impermanent, everyone who was born will die. Now let us remove the second of two metaphoric training wheels and reduce our contemplations to just one syllable each. During our perceptive inhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this. And during our exhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the monosyllabic verb ease, which functions as a synonym for relax. We've had to rely on poetic license to transform the three-syllable perceptive labels down to just one syllable. So when we feel physical sensations, we could use the noun form. When we feel their emotional counterparts, we could use the verb feel. When we find ourselves stuck in the past, we could use the preposition then. And when we find ourselves in fantasy, we could use the verb dream. We could use our awareness of interdependence to strengthen our sense of possibility. The second fold of the eightfold path is wishing love, understanding we can use our hands to shove or to hug, to make people feel rejected or to make people feel accepted, can increase our sense of benevolent possibility. Let's chant. The results of our virtuous and harmful actions are inevitable. The results of our virtuous and harmful actions are inevitable. The results of our virtuous and harmful actions are inevitable. But why not embrace the bandwagon popularity, and just do what everyone else does, and just be fearful, and just live our lives running away from punishment and chasing reward, because that will undermine our spiritual practice. We meditate to transcend the duality of fleeing dread and chasing desire. We meditate so that we can cultivate the peace of acceptance. Doing what everyone else does will give us the results everyone else gets, and if you've been around the block a time or two, you know those results are not terribly favorable. The results of our virtuous and harmful actions are inevitable. The results of our virtuous and harmful actions are inevitable. The results of our virtuous and harmful actions are inevitable. Let us meditate as profoundly as Ahsoka Tano on Lothal. Let's continue working with the second fold of the Eightfold Path, wishing love. It is only by exercising the courage to be vulnerable with an honest assessment of our present moment experience that we experience the empathy to really give a flying fuck about others. The three realms we experience a samsara cycle are like an ocean of suffering. The three realms we experience a samsara cycle are like an ocean of suffering. The three realms we experience a samsara cycle are like an ocean of suffering. Remembering this made my mind turn toward Dharma. Remembering this made my mind turn toward Dharma. Remembering this made my mind turn toward Dharma. From now until I reach the very heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama who embodies the three jewels. There's nothing mystical here. In this context, the three jewels would be this: the example the Buddha, your teacher sets, the teachings your teacher gives you, and the companionship of your teacher's other students. From now until I reach a very heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama who embodies the three jewels. From now until I reach a very heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in the Lama who embodies the three jewels. We continue with the second fold of the Buddha's Eightfold Path, wishing love. From now until samsara is emptied, may I bring about benefit and happiness for all beings as if they have each been my kind mothers. From now until samsara is emptied, may I bring about benefit and happiness for all beings as if they have each been my kind mothers. From now until samsara is emptied, may I bring about benefit and happiness for all beings as if they have each been my kind mothers. We come now to Tantra's mandala offering, which reminds us that 50% of the Buddha's Eightfold Path pertains to loving kindness, and 75% of that pertains to kindness. Kind Communication, kind commerce, and kind conduct. Actually, different sequence. Kind communication, kind conduct, kind commerce. To perfect the two accumulations, I offer the body, wealth, and splendor of all my lives to the three jewels. To perfect the two accumulations, I offer the body's wealth and splendor of all my loves to the three jewels. To perfect the two accumulations, I offer the body's wealth and splendor of all my lives to the three jewels. We return to the first set of exercises, which was energy work. And as mentioned previously, in addition to being known as Anu Yoga, it is also known as completion stage or Tikle, also known as Bindu Mahamudra. We can place our hands in the puckered palm position overhead. Dorje Sampa, inseparable from my Lama, is above the crown of my head. Nectar flows from him, purifying my obscurations on Vajrasattva. Dorje Sampa, inseparable from my Lama, is above the crown of my head. Nectar flows from him, purifying my obscurations on Vajrasattva. Dorje Sampa, inseparable from my Lama, is above the crown of my head. Nectar flows from him, purifying my obscurations on Vajrasattva. Puckered palms before your sternum. Dissolving into light, diamond, mind, father and mother, blend with me in experience of God's oneness. Dissolving into light, diamond, mind, father and mother, dissolve into me in experience of God's oneness. Dissolving into light, diamond, mind, father and mother, blend with me in experience of God's oneness. The founder of Dzogchen, Prahevajra, in his text, Dorje Sampanam Kache, warned against those who would teach a gradual path that takes many, many years to accomplish. He taught an instant path. The Buddha taught in the Satipatthana Sutta that full enlightenment could be accomplished in just a week. Practice this as we are practicing now, and you can master the path. Mastering the path does not mean you fly through the sky or walk through walls. It just means you get really good at practicing the Buddha's Eightfold Path. For now, this morning, it's my intention to lead you through 15 mantra meditations. The common denominator of the first four are going to be the practice of love and letting go, that some people describe as Tantra Mahamudra. The Buddha was fond of organizing all things, beings, and phenomena under the four headings of the circumstantial, the physical, the interpersonal, and the mental. We're going to begin this morning with the mental. So we're going to play with wishing love. First, we're going to recite an extensive four-line wish of wishing love. And then we're going to practice a very concise, silent, and mental version of the same wish. Let's chant. May all minds of all beings now be as wise and peaceful as the mind of a Buddha. Of laws symbolized by a bija, one cerebral seed mantra, humoti clay drop. Why do we use similes and metaphors? Because complex life forms on this planet evolved to think symbolically. Now, as we breathe in, we silently and mentally recite that very concise, loving wish. As we exhale, we want to do two things. A, we want to physically relax as best we can, while B, we chant this 6-syllable mantra, which could be translated as I invoke the diamond-like strength of a mind well trained in love and letting go. May all beings accomplish this. Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva. 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 Wouldn't it be cool from our heart and the mantra rosary around our heart? Wouldn't it be cool if rays of light could shoot out our pores and pervade all beings everywhere, lavishing them with mental love and interpersonal, with mental wisdom and interpersonal peace and physical health and circumstantial good fortune. May whole relationships of all beings now be as loving and joyful as a real or imagined Buddha's communication symbolized by the 6-syllable mantra. Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrasattva. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. May all bodies of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health depicted in Buddhist thought of the blissful body of a yidam of lore and archetype of enlightenment. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. And of course, relaxing the mind in mindfulness and meditation constitutes the 7th and 8th folds of the Buddha's Eightfold Path. May all circumstances or lots of all beings now have their safety, good fortune, or boon, as a Buddha's real or imagined paradise, pure land of Ati. Our job is not to concentrate or to visualize or to emote or to believe. We're simply playing with words to strengthen our intention, our loving intention, which transcends emotion. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum, Om Vajra Salva Hum. Let us slice through the fundamental duality of dread and desire. We're now, having trained in love and letting go, we're now preparing to train in awareness and letting go, also known as Sutra Mahamudra. As we relax into our exhalation, whatever we notice during our previous inhalation could feel as non graspable as a vastum devoid. Like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which, although compelling to the eye, is not graspable to the hand. We're going to begin by verbally chanting a rather lengthy rhetorical question. How is it that as we inhale, all calm and lots of circumstances could appear quite vivid? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, they could feel as not graspable as a real or imagined paradise or vati of light. Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva. So it's super important to relax as best you can into the recitation of the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva. Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva. Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva. How is it that as we inhale, all calm in bodies or forms could feel quite sensual? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, they could feel as not graspable as a real or a magic noctipoiedom of light. Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva Om Vajrasattva. 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 How is it that as we inhale the interpersonal experience of common communication, our speech could be quite resounding? Yet as we relax into our exhalation, it could feel as not graspable as a real or imagined mantra of light. Om Vajra Sattva, 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 Om Vajra Sattva. There's a great big ugly myth that if we're truly spiritual, we won't feel any unpleasant emotions ever. But that's a big fat lie. We will feel, the more spiritual we are, the more mindful we will be, and we will feel the entire spectrum of emotions, from the pleasurable to the painful, from the interesting to the boring. Our job is not to repress these, but to perceive them and release them. Think of it like a fisherman's catch and release. Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva. Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva. When we are beginning, we rejoice when we feel joy, and we feel sorrow when we feel sad. It's like a failure or something. When we've mastered the path, we regard all emotions the same way. It's something to notice and something to release, whether that which we perceive is external or internal or physical or mental or pleasurable or painful. How is it that as we inhale we could pierce these mind's common functions clearly, yet as we relax into our exhalation they could feel as not graspable as a real or imagined seed-sittable hum of light? Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva. Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva. Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva. Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva, Om Vajra Sattva. We return to Ana Yoga Tantra's energy work. Puckered palm position overhead. How am I like torching offshore in the sky in front of me? My rude Lama could appear in the form of Padmakara. How am I like torching offshore in the sky in front of me? My rude Lama could appear in the form of Padmakara. How am I like torching offshore in the sky in front of me? My rude Lama could appear in the form of Padmakara. Embodiment of all Buddhas of the three times most excellent rude Lama, I pray to you. Embodiment of all Buddhas of the three times most excellent rude Lama, I pray to you. Embodiment of all Buddhas of the three times most excellent rude Lama, I pray to you. One moment, if you please. Let's see. Hold me with your compassion in this individual lesson in the mortal. Hold me with your compassion in this individual lesson in the mortal. Hold me with your compassion in this individual lesson in the mortal. Bless me always throughout the three times, Om Ahum Vatara Guru Manmaziri Hum. Bless me always throughout the three times, Om Ahum Vatara Guru Manmaziri Hum. Bless me always throughout the three times, Om Ahum Vatara Guru Manmaziri Hum. We prepare now for our third and final collection of. I take this back. So we're going to play with our third collection of mantra meditations, where we focus on bliss and letting go, which is known by many names, including Bindu Mahamudra. Please place your puckered palms. Please place your hands in the puckered palm position before your sternum. May I receive all the blessings and empowerments of enlightened for speech and mind. May I receive all the blessings and empowerments of enlightened for speech and mind. May I receive all the blessings and empowerments of enlightened for speech and mind. Please place your puckered palms before your forehead. Benzo Guru Kaya Makasita Sini Hum. As you breathe in, please silently and mentally recite the rhetorical question. How relax into the awareness of these feelings. Notice that the word feeling corresponds to the color of the previous mantra. And during the exhalation, please physically relax as best you can into the recitation of this 12-syllable mantra. Om Ahum Varara Guru Manmaziri 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 So please place your right hand palm up in your lap, your left hand palm up upon that. Benzo Guru Kaya Wakati Tasiri Hun. Om Ahum Varara Guru Manmaziri 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 So how are we like Dorje Simpa? We practice awareness and letting go. How are we like Dorje Naljor? We practice bliss and letting go. Please place your puckered palms before your throat. Om Benzo Guru Kaya Wakati Taziri Hum. Om Vajra Guru Manmaziri 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 Please place the center of your left palm over your navel. Please place the center of your right palm over that. Benzo Guru Kaya Wakati Tatsiri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Benzo Guru Gaya Wakatsi Tatsiri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. The Lama dissolves into light and blends with me in our heart's inseparability. The Lama dissolves into light and blends with me in our heart's inseparability. The Lama dissolves into light and blends with me in our heart's inseparability. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Om Vararo Guru Mamaziri Hum. Mahum Vararo Guru Manmaziri Mahum Vararo Guru Manmaziri Mahum Vararo Guru Manmaziri Mahum Vararo Guru Manmaziri Hum. I behold the true face of the ultimate Lama, the union of spontaneous awareness and emptiness. I behold the true face of the ultimate Lama, the union of spontaneous awareness and emptiness. I behold the true face of the ultimate Lama, the union of spontaneous awareness and emptiness. Mahum Vararo Guru Manmaziri 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 We now rehearse the Powa transference of consciousness. At the time of death, our consciousness could coalesce at our heart, shoot up our central channel with the swiftness of an arrow leaving a bow, and dissolve into the vast expanse. Puckered palms together overhead. I pray to the protector Amitabha, bless me that I may master the profound path of Powa. I pray to the protector Amitabha, bless me that I may master the profound path of Powa. I pray to the protector Amitabha, bless me that I may master the profound path of Powa. We come to the final meditation of this morning's live stream. Tantra's Cho slicing offering, again reminding us that 50% of the Eightfold Path is loving kindness, 75% of that is kindness distributed between kind communication, kind conduct, and kind commerce. Puckered palms before your sternum. I now give my body wealth and virtuous qualities wholeheartedly to all beings as if they had each been my kind mothers. I now give my body wealth and virtuous qualities wholeheartedly to all beings as if they had each been my kind mothers. I now give my body wealth and virtuous qualities wholeheartedly to all beings as if they had each been my kind mothers. Let us seal our practice with a bit of the old love. Without hindrance may I ensure enormous benefit for all beings. Without hindrance may I ensure enormous benefit for all beings. Without hindrance may I ensure enormous benefit for all beings. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 10 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's evening meditation class and group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.